let's have a chat about the importance of AI and software engineering now and where we're up to with that, because AI is now starting to write code. So let's have a little chat about
Exactly.
AI and software and where you see that going and the implications for entrepreneurs.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a big shift in the way we write software in the next decade or so. It's not clear when exactly the AI will be able to just fully take over the engineering responsibility. It could be in the next 2 years. It could be in the next 20 years. Right now, as it stands today, it can do this one step. You ask a question, you get an answer, but it cannot yet write full applications. Maybe it can write a small demo, show how something very small can be like programmed in a very small manner. But once you go to like bigger, serious apps that would sort of maybe power businesses, it's not ready for that yet. You could maybe run it in a loop, so that there are projects out there that actually run ChatGPT in a loop, basically mimicking the way a human works, like trial and error. You try one thing, you sort of not get the right result, you try again and try that over and over again until maybe you get the right result. But because there's still some like inefficiencies, like inaccuracies, I should say, as part of that process, sometimes that initial small error can amplify as part of as a repeated pattern. And so we're not quite yet at the point where AI can fully write like a fully fledged application that could power a business, but it is certainly a tool that changes everything at the very least. Developers plus AI is a significantly better combination today, and that will only continue to improve. So just since the launch of ChatGPT, we've gone through some iterations of the model. There have been significant improvements to it, and already we can see some just across a few months of work, we can see significant differences in the quality of the output. Now, if we scale that up to, say, 5 to 10 years, we can sort of draw the line, and the trend is very interesting. It's possible on one extreme that software engineering is going away as we know it forever, and we just have basically product people being the engineers because they no longer need the sort of nuts and bolts knowledge about how the software necessarily works. They can just use the AI for that. So that's maybe one extreme. And the other extreme is where I think at the very least, it is a very powerful tool that makes developers significantly more productive than they ever could be before. And it's hard to say where exactly on the spectrum we're going to land, but I think so far we maybe can address the problem of how to write a simple application with AI. We haven't yet addressed the problem of how do you run that application once you have it? How do you maintain it over time and sort of watch it work well in production, watch it sort of sometimes fail, and then you have to go back and fix it, address the issues, address the scalability of it. And all that comes with, managing an application in production, which is the other sort of 50% of being able to power an app through AI. And that part we haven't done any progress on just yet. It may be possible to do in the future, but it's still this kind of unknown at this point.